Right. Today we are on the 104th day of the revision of the practice of the Bhagavad Gita. And I have chosen the 28th shlok of the 17th adhyay, chapter 17, verse 28. Let's chant it. Ashraddhaya hutam dattan tapastaptam kritam chayat asadityuchyate partha na chatat pretya no iha. An oblation which is offered, a gift given, an austerity practiced, and whatever good deed is performed, if it is without faith, it is termed as naught, that is asat. Therefore, it is of no avail here or hereafter. In the 18th chapter, Bhagwan tells Arjun that you can renounce everything, but there are three things you cannot give up, ever. Those three things are called yajna, dan, and tapa. Yajna means actually all actions that are performed with yajna bhav. Dan is not about giving money. It's about sharing your resources with everyone, whatever those resources may be, money, knowledge, time, energy, talent, for the benefit of everyone. And tapas. Tapas doesn't mean that you have to stand on one leg, sit on a bed of nails, stand somewhere in the hot sun. No, it is about restraining the mind and the senses and taking them in the direction of your spiritual goal rather than getting distracted in the opposite direction. So yajna, dan, and tapas. These are the three things Bhagwan says you can never give up. But Bhagwan cautions Arjun and says that you may do all these three, but you must do it with faith, shraddha. If you don't do it with faith and you're doing it rajasikly or you're doing it tamasikly, then you will not benefit from it at all in this lifetime also. And you will neither will you get any punya, because people do this to get punya. You will not get punya after death also. So it's as good as not doing them at all. So obviously you have to do all these three things satvikly, because you can do them rajasikly and tamasikly also. So you have to do them satvikly, and you have to do them with satvik shraddha, because shraddha also can be rajasic or tamasic. So what can we do to ensure that all these three actions, and every action, because yajna includes almost every action, how can we do it so that we perform them with shraddha, with faith, correct faith? So 3 points. First point is for before the action starts. You have to start the action itself, dedicating it to Bhagwan. So if you've noticed, and I'm sure you know about it, all our prayers, all our mantras, before we start, they always start with the chanting of Om. What is Om? Om is a sound vibration that represents Brahma. So whenever we start any yajna, we must dedicate that work, and yajna means any work whatsoever. We must dedicate our work to the divine and seek blessings for our success, for our ability to do the work correctly. So one is to seek blessings to do the work. Then, because we are doing it before the action, we must become aware that we are able to do this very action only because the divine has given us the ability, the knowledge, the capability, the energy to do this action. So therefore, it is coming from there. It is coming from the source. So that when we remember it before the action, we do not develop karta bhav. And it keeps us humble in humility, right? So how to remember and how to dedicate this before the action starts? So Bhagwan has, in this very chapter, Bhagwan has given us that secret, that hint, that clue. Those who know how to read that will know that before you start the action, just like we start the prayer and mantra, say Om. If you chant the word Om, that's it, just one word, Om. Before the action starts, then what happens? We are in the bhav of dedicating that action to Bhagwan. This will automatically make us do our work with Shraddha, with faith, because we are acknowledging that all this is coming from Bhagwan and empowering us. Bhagwan is empowering us to start this work. So this is beginning of the work. Then what to do after that? Second point, during the work, while the work is going on, then also we have to dedicate to Bhagwan. We have to see the divinity during the work also. We have to bring faith in at that time also. How to do that? So understand that whenever we do any action in sansar, automatically we interact with others, right? We don't do actions alone. So we always have to interact with others. And that interaction with others invariably may lead to some friction, some misunderstanding, some pain, some disappointment, or maybe even elation or joy. So there are emotions involved in interactions with others. So we need something. See, if it is a joyful thing, you will be in a good mood. You will be happy. But when there is some sandpaper business going on, then we will need to remind ourselves about something. That even though each person is looking different, even though each person is behaving differently, maybe unpleasantly also, we have to remember one thing, that it is the gunas in that person that is responsible for this unsavory kind of action, right? The real identity of that person is the Atma, and that is not visible. What is visible is only the outward behavior. And so what happens is that we allow our gunas to interact with the gunas of other people. And because of that, we get stuck in seeing only the interaction based on gunas. We keep getting deluded about the real identity of others and even our own real identity. And this is what causes bandhan. This is what causes sorrow, bondage. What can we do? What can we do to keep us aware that the real nature, our own and the other, is that Supreme Being? Bhagwan has given one more name to help us remember that we are all that. And that word is Tat. From the Mahavakya, Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. You are not this guna. You are not this interaction happening with name and form. You are that. So you are also that, and the other is also that. So while interacting with others, when the relationship is tending to go slightly off balance, maybe remember Tat, and invoke that energy, that Tat energy, which is within yourself, to align yourself back to Sattva. All right. So this will ensure that all your relationships, all your interactions are being performed with Shraddha. Shraddha in that power to bring us back on track and to remind us to do our actions in Sattva. 2. Now the third one. So we had something for before the action. Then we had something during the action. Now, of course, we have something for when the action is over. Bhagwan has said already, and you know it, I have told you many times, our right to work is only in doing the work. We have every right and we have to do work. And we have to do work in Karma Yog Bhav, right? But we have no right to demand any particular result. We have no right to expect any particular result. Whatever result is due to us through our prarabdha will come. That's all. So if we get the result we wanted, if we get the result we expected, then we should be grateful to the universe for giving us that result, right? Now, what happens if we don't get the result that we expected, that we don't want this result? We will feel disappointed, we will feel sad, right? But I'm saying even then, be grateful. Why? Why should I be grateful for something I don't want? Because some karma is getting exhausted by getting that result. Something probably is getting exhausted. Some karma is finishing. So just take it that way. That is the meaning of faith. Take it as that and say, thank you. Whatever it is, I did it. I did not get that result. I got what my prarabdha has dictated. And therefore, thank you. So in all situations, we need to be grateful. Take the result, whatever comes, as prasad buddhi. Now, how to remember to express this gratitude and how to express this gratitude? Bhagwan has given one more word for that. Sat. Sat. All you have to say is Sat. That means you have expressed your gratitude to the universe for whatever has happened. Success or not so success. Sat. Sat means auspiciousness. Sat means goodness. So you are thanking the Bhagwan for all the goodness that is happening in your life, and that again reinforces Shraddha within you. So these three words, Om, Tat, Sat. You know, we keep chanting it for every little thing. Om, Tat, Sat. So there is one more beautiful function, let me say, of this Om, Tat, Sat. Suppose while doing your work, suppose in this class when I'm speaking, I say something wrong, I make a mistake, I have a defect in my work, I have a flaw in my work, I can say Om Tat Sat, and with Shraddha, and the universe will immediately correct it. All right, so no karma for that. So therefore, remember Om Tat Sat. More on this tomorrow. See, this Om Tat Sat is like an antivirus. Because if you do some mistake, you say Om Tat Sat, and it will protect what? It will protect your spiritual progress from crashing. So, Om Tat Sat. Let's chant.